Hello, this is Father Michael Nasser coming to you from St. Nicholas Orthodox Church here in Grand Rapids, Michigan for this week's Midweek Reflection. And this week I am reflecting on the joy and the pleasure of doing good things. Now, I started thinking about this. I was joking with some folks because this past Monday we all went out to a local very nice restaurant where the owner was donating all of the income from that night to our up-and-coming Focus Grand Rapids Center that we're working on developing. So it was a night where we get to go and do good by supporting this wonderful cause. And how do we do good? By having this delicious gourmet meal. I had prime rib, it was tender, it was flavorful, the potatoes, the vegetable, the bread with the olive oil. I mean, everything was just delicious. And I was joking it feels so good to do such a good thing. But the truth was we were doing a good thing. We were supporting this fundraiser, and thank God the owner was being so generous to give all the money he brought in that night on the food to this local charity. And it felt great to do it because we were having dinner. Now, here's the trick. Mostly when we do good things, when we serve people, there's effort involved, and there's often some level of sacrifice. And when we're not ready for that, when we think that showing up to help somebody out by doing a good deed and helping them out, and that we're going to feel good as we do it, then we often get disappointed because doing the right thing, doing a good thing, helping somebody rarely feels like sitting down to a gourmet meal. We have to rearrange our schedule. We end up having to rearrange our energies and our plans, and it disrupts our life, and we are sometimes with people that we find we're uncomfortable to be with, and it's challenging. In all kinds of ways, doing good can be really hard. And when we expect that it's going to feel good in the middle of it, and it doesn't, we get a little disappointed. Now, I said reflecting on the joy and the pleasure of doing good things, because in the long term, when we do those good things by suffering, by struggling, by doing things we don't feel like doing, then our long-term perspective, our long-term experience is joy. I mean, it really is the best thing for us when we give and serve. Right? In the Bible, it says it's more blessed to give than to receive. It's actually a quote from Jesus that's not in the Gospels, but that's for another side. But anyway, it is more blessed to give, but it doesn't mean it's easy or feels good at the time. But when we do that, we do it regularly, we do it as just part of who we are, then we experience what it is to have that experience. We experience the joy and the goodness. But it's not going to come during it. It's not like sitting down for that gourmet meal. So I just want to encourage all of us to do those hard things, serve people, serve them especially when it's hard. Go down sometimes into the mud of their life and just to be with people, to help them, to share God's love with them. And even though we're often resistant because it's going to be hard, if we experience or know that we're going to experience that joy and that pleasure of doing the good thing in the long term, absolutely worth it. We just shouldn't expect it during it. We'll get it all later. Our Lord said the reward will come later. This morning's reading actually from the Gospel, I was thinking about this morning when Jesus told the parable of the house built on the sand, and the rains came, the floods rose, house is wiped out, but the house built on rock, that one stands. But it's a whole lot easier to build a house in the sand than build on rock. It's a lot harder to do that hard work of building on rock. But when you do that, and the rains came, the floods rise, and the house stays, and you're inside and it's dry, then you experience that goodness and that joy of having done a good thing. So let's do the hard work up front. Let's not expect to feel good about it necessarily in the moment, but let's know that doing it is going to bring us to be the people God made us to be, and it's going to feel good to be good people. We just got to not expect it right in the middle of it. That reward will come later. Hope you found this helpful. If so, please share it with your friends and family, and we'll see you, God willing, in next week's video.